Hi, welcome back to a new video. Today we're quickly looking at AMC Entertainment. For today is in the red once more, down by a further 5.5%. So a lot has gone on with the price of AMC Entertainment falling once more. Does this matter? Honestly, in my opinion, no is a short answer. But we look at the price section today, we look at the volume, and we look at some other important and interesting pieces of information which you may want to know. So before we do jump into the video, a few things to mention. Last night we looked at a very interesting piece of DD, a piece of research from Reddit, so make sure to check that video out. It was like 15 to 20 minutes long if I do remember correctly, and it was quite an interesting watch. On top of that, guys, I am not a financial advisor. Do your own research, and yes, you can watch this video to come up with my opinions, that's completely fine, but you should come up with your own opinions as well. I think it is important to stress that, so I'm going to do that. On top of that, I do want to disclose that I do actually own shares of AMC. You guys will know that by now, but that's my personal thoughts and my personal position on this stock. I know it is a gamble, but if it does pay off, for me at least, I think it could be worth it. But obviously I only put in a small amount of money, so either way it's completely fine for me. Anyway, let us jump into the video and start talking about the price action of AMC today. So we're going to start off over here on Google on the more simple charts. On the 1 day we can see the whole motion for AMC. 9:30 up until about 10 o'clock, big sell off in price, bring us down to almost $9 exactly. Now I've been reading a lot of the forums throughout the day, but obviously a lot of people have been mentioning that when the price drops, they don't see it as an opportunity to sell, they see it as an opportunity to buy more. And I find that really interesting because what we are trying to see, or at least what people are suggesting that we are seeing, is that a lot of the hedge funds and big money are trying to manipulate the price to bring the share down even further, and that is basically intending to get people to sell. And actually, it's funny because when the price drops, a lot more people start to buy, and obviously it has the absolute opposite effect, so I find it to be a really interesting thing that we are seeing in the market right now. The past 5 days has been in the red. We've dropped from highs that we saw of just over $12 earlier in the past 5 days, all the way down to about $9, and potentially we could be dropping a bit lower in the next 2 or 3 days. For me at least, I don't think it matters. If you're looking to buy AMC, I definitely would consider it a buy if you are aware of the risks, because there are quite a lot of risks, but if you are considering it a buy, I definitely think it is still a buy, because for me at least, the price action of this stock over the past few days, and even going forwards into the next 2 or 3 days, if not longer, is quite irrelevant. The price at the moment doesn't really mean anything for me. I think, you know what, if you're looking to get in now, you can just get more shares for your money, and it does seem like a bit of a better deal in my personal thoughts and opinions. But yeah, I think AMC, you know what, it's in the red for the past month, and the past 5 days, and the past day, but I don't think that really matters. I think we could drop even lower than the $9 range. I think they could even force this one down to the mid, if not low, $8 range. Now, this is something which people did notice in previous Reddit posts and whatnot. People talk about the price of GameStop and how this did a very similar thing before it squeezed. So presumably people were talking about the second squeeze where it went quite a lot higher because we had this initial bump in price. Then we saw this massive, insane rally in price once more. But basically, people were talking about how the price actually went up. Then we saw this flat area to try and, prevent people from buying more, and then it actually went up, and then we saw a similar thing down here where the price dropped pretty low, as people were suggesting that they were trying to keep the prices low for GameStop. And the question is this currently happening now with AMC? Well, obviously this is all alleged and it cannot be guaranteed in my opinion, but it is what people are thinking, and for me at least, there is a strong possibility that this could be the case. So I think, you know what, as time does go on, AMC, it becomes more and more interesting. I think a lot is on the table right now, and the longer this goes on, the worse it will be for the people who are shorting AMC Entertainment stock. Let's have a look at the volume that we are seeing today, and then we'll get onto a bit of news about the company. So we are going to start off over here on the 1 day volume, if it will allow me to. Volume today is about 26 million, and that is not necessarily been seeing it. We've seen utilization rate hit 100 very recently as well, so that is pretty good as well. So we're back up there once more, so things really moving in a good way for AMC. You can see obviously a lot of the cards, if not all of the cards, are on the table right now. The puzzle is almost complete, if you want to use that analogy, and things are really going in our favor, I do believe, when looking at AMC. So we're going to move on to the next piece of interesting information which we do have, and this talks about earnings. Now I'm not going to read this article because we all know how articles at the moment are. Some people like the sound of them, some people don't like the sound of them. Some people think that they have a slight squint to one side, whether it be bullish or bearish, so we're not going to read that. But one thing that I do want to report on is the fact that earnings are coming out on May the 6th after market close. So that's going to be a really big day. That's in 2 days from now, so it is going to be well anticipated. I think people will be looking towards that. That will be our next catalyst, and if it is good, I think good things are coming for AMC, but obviously I think good things are coming for AMC anyway. I think regardless of the squeeze, this stock does have potential to be worth double what it is right now, and even then, for me at least, that would be a very decent return. And I think what we need to remember fundamentally about the company is a company that has a market cap of $4.13 billion. Can this really be taken as a joke? Can this really be taken as a meme company, especially with the short volume that we are seeing around this stock and around this company at the moment? So that's just a few things to talk about and to think about for yourself. So thank you for watching this video. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.